Welcome back, family. This is your boy ED. For all you smart and intelligent folks out there, listen, that just simply means Ed. Today is Monday. You know what that is. I'm going to switch it up for you a little bit. I want to give an actual inspiration slash tip. So, one of the things I'm seeing as a project manager and just mentoring and or coaching project managers is the fact of they have frequent meetings. Like they think we just need to meet. See, the purpose of a meeting is to walk away with a deliverable, an action item. What tends to happen though is that we can get caught up in just staying consistent with the same meeting and just to have a meeting. So I'm going to give you really kind of three outcomes of what you want to make sure when you're in a meeting that you're driving. First of all, you want to have a purpose. If you have a purpose for your meeting, here's a good example. The purpose of this meeting is to accomplish, you fill in the blank. So if it's to accomplish to be able to get, you need particular action items from your stakeholders, or you need to understand a technical issue, or there's something, there's a particular risk and or issue that has come up with the project that you need to address. But having a purpose of what you plan to actually discuss, and then having an agenda to outline what that discussion is. I can't even tell you how many meetings that I've been through, in my career, where I've seen where everyone just shows up and then what the question is what am I here for? So it's very important. Matter of fact, it's imperative that you make sure that you actually have a purpose and an agenda for your actual meeting. Also, another tip to add on to that is one thing that I've learned over my years of working with various stakeholders is they really enjoy, if they don't have to be there at that meeting, let them know. There's nothing worse than having people at a meeting that do not need to be at that particular meeting, because when you do need them for an actual meeting, then there will be pushback because they'll be like, well, you remember this last meeting that I was at and blah, blah, blah. So it's important to identify, those stakeholders. And sometimes you don't know. So even if you don't, and if you don't know and you have the stakeholder there, and through dialogue with the rest of the stakeholders, you identify, hey, you know what? This particular stakeholder doesn't need to be here. What I've done in the past is if I identified a stakeholder that did not need to be at that particular meeting, I'll either ping them in Microsoft Teams, or if it's Zoom or whatever the particular application is that we're using. Hey, feel free to drop, or I may verbally say it. Hey, John, feel free to drop. It seems like we're actually not going to be covering your area today. This is what we're actually going to make sure we focus in on another particular area. So feel free to drop. See, family, I want to make you be closely aware is that there is nothing, and I mean nothing, wrong with meetings, but I think we forgot the whole sole purpose of a meeting. The whole sole purpose of a meeting is to make sure that all of the stakeholders are aligned and that everyone is doing what they said that they were going to do. Because if we don't align in that form or fashion, what will tend to happen is you're chasing people down via email, and that is not sustainable. You can't lead a project through email. So it's important to have meetings, but make sure that when you're having these meetings, they are profound, they are powerful, they are in a way that you are able to extract the required information that you need to make sure that the project and your stakeholders are successful. I am your boy ED, the project management. No, I'm not your guru, but I'm just here to learn just like you are and give tips out as I go on and go along in my career. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, frequent meetings. Again, how do we challenge that? I love to hear how you make sure that each of your meetings are effective as well as efficient. Leave them in the comments, and you know my motto. Well, if you don't, we'll work on it. And I'm out.